Hello everybody, welcome back. SK Modified Fixed Series time from the Bullring. This race has been the bane of my existence this week. Just done absolutely terrible. Caught bad brakes, been in the wrong place, wrong time, dumb mistakes. Feel like I've had decent race pace, not so good on the qualifying side, just cannot put two and two together to come out with a good run. So really hoping that can carry momentum from the B Fixed Series race. Run well in this one, just be smooth, be smart, not spin it. Combination's actually somewhat easy to self-spin off of the corners, especially too. If you get on the throttle too hard, too quick. Just kind of weird for the SK, but it is possible this week. So just gonna try to be smooth. Starting on the outside, small field, not the most ideal, but we'll try to battle. 40 laps. It's got to make something happen, not be in the bad spots.
Stay high, you have an inside.
The side's been really hard, so kind of gave some room there to get through it, and we're in fourth, which is perfectly fine with me. Just trying to follow the two as much as I can.
Spin around two.
One, everybody's calling out off of two. I think you'll see that happening a little bit this race. Maybe not quite as much as I've seen just because of it being a smaller field, but it will happen. Looks like it was 6 was the victim. He's currently running side by side with the 3, falls in line behind him.
That's the fastest lap.
Got a nice gap back to the 5. Try to work the inside of the 6 here through turn 1 and 2.
P4, fast bit of high.
You've just done.
Kind of hurt the run off of 2 just because I had to keep it low, but harm the foul. 1 and 3 have separated away. I can keep in touch with the 2.
14.78.
Get myself a chance at the top 3. Be happy.
That's your best lap in this session.
I haven't gotten a ton of experience with Bullring. I think this is only the second time I've run any official series here. Late model being the only other one, so it's a lot of fun. I don't mind it in this car, although I just drove right into the wall like an idiot.
Has just posted at 14.58.
Thankfully, not A2X. Hopefully, it didn't hurt the suspension too much.
That lap was at
Wish there was a little more brake input required into the corners, but it's pretty decent for this car, I guess. Really trying to let the car roll through the corners a lot more to find pace without using the tires to stop it. Still trying to stop it, just trying to be a lot more efficient. So that way I don't heat up the right rear too bad by the end of the run and can have a little bit more pace on the back end with control.
Your lap time was 14.58.
Like I said, really focusing on a lighter touch on the throttle out of the corners. Kind of help minimize that over rotation. See the 2 get there a little loose in the center of 1 and 2. Had a moment on entry.
That last lap was at 14.64.
Feel like we're gaining just ever so slightly on the 2. Will it be enough to get to him and by him? I don't know, but we'll find out.
Alright, Jake, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Try to be patient with a pass with him too. We've got another slow car that is the 6 again. 2 and I both catch him in almost the same spot, so
Right side.
hopefully it won't cost me too much time to the 2.
Outside line's clear.
And I feel like maybe we're either stabilizing the gap to the 3 or starting to reel him in. 2 is just gap the field. He's almost 3 seconds ahead of the 1, or the 1, excuse me, the 3.
You got one right side.
Trying to work the inside.
Still there.
2.
Clear high.
Not an easy line to take here.
On your right.
Trying to keep off
Still
of
there.
him. Sure,
Clear
just
up high.
looking for the crossover
Thompson
off of
is
turn
gaining
2.
on
We're
you.
going to try to
Gap's
defend
now
against it as
Stay
best
high.
as I can.
P3.
He's still there.
Setting up passes are so difficult here with this.
Still there.
It's so hard to drive away from somebody.
He's still there.
I probably timed that
Keep it
all
together. Hold your line.
wrong.
P4.
Clear inside.
So we'll sit back behind him and try to figure it out again.
Okay, Jake. There's a car exit.
Cost myself time to the 3, but I don't think we're getting to him. Just focusing on a 3rd place run. Don't really want to do it with contact. I just got to try to figure out what it is I need to do to be able to get by and clear them quickly so that they can't pull a crossover like that.
That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
6 is off the pace. We're halfway down. We've got 20 to go. Laps to figure it out, but not a ton of laps either. It looks like he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. I climbed the wall like an idiot.
P4.
Alright, that might have just cost myself a shot at 3rd. I just got it too high up there on the backstretch. And now get it into a big slide there in turn 1 and 2. Hopefully get by V6. Pulled way down. I think I'm going to end up burning these last 16 laps just trying to get back to the 3 because of that mistake as I completely overdrive 3 and 4.
Your lap time was at 14.87.
He gets really loose into 3, pushes way wide, but I get loose in the center 3 and 4, so can't capitalize on that mistake.
That lap time was 14.79.
It's been really, really inconsistent this week here. I feel like I've had moments of being quick and then just had moments of really screwing up and making it inconsistent. So it's made it tough. Two's making a lot of mistakes, so able to reel him back in. Just can't crack under the pressure. I know smooth. Easy is the way to go. Just gotta be smart about it.
Right side.
Alright, we'll attempt this one
Still
more
there.
time, see if we can get this to work.
The gap behind is now 2.3.
He's still there. Clear. On your right. Clear outside.
Alright, I think I finally made it stick. I think he had a big moment there in 3 and 4.
You've just done a 14.
Allow me to pull away. Up to 3rd, 2.4 back of V3 for 2nd. Doubt that's going to happen without him spinning or doing something like that with 10 to go.
You've just done a
Give the best run, nothing else, just want to try to pull away from the 2. Lock down 3rd. A little loose entry, but able to dial it back in. Catching the 3, just not enough laps left to do it. If I could have completed the pass on the 2,
14.69.
the first time, might have had a shot at the 3. And if I wouldn't have hit the wall a couple times, might have also made a difference, 1.7 back.
The gap to Thompson behind is
So
now
maybe we're
1.39.
second fastest car on the track. Leader's already showing up on the
Okay,
relative.
Jake,
That's how
gaining on this car.
bad we are in
Is
relation to the leader.
1.41.
Although he is a 6300, so would assume he knows what he's doing compared to my measly 3100. 1.2 back now. No pressure from behind with the 2. 1.5 ahead. 4 to go this time by. They're a little too shallow into turn 3. It's going to hurt the runoff.
That lap time was
Could have had like
0.77. The gap ahead is now
got by the 2
1.21.
when I had like 15 or 17 to go. Might have had a shot at the 3. It's kind of stabilized now right around 1.1.
That was a 14.66.
Ah, too much throttle there. That's that looseness you can get. Lucky enough to save it from spinning. 0.9 is the gap.
2 to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium. That last lap was a 14.72.
White flag this time by. See if I can get it to half a second.
Last lap. Bring it on home.
A little loose there out of 2, but able to draw it back in. Alright, so had absolutely nothing for the 1. Got off almost 2 seconds out of that gap
Well
to
done,
the
Jake.
3.
Great drive. That's a podium.
So I guess could take comfort. Probably was second fastest car. Felt like I dialed it in. Finally able to conquer this thing and just get through it without too many mistakes. Get the overlay off. Look at. Oops, sorry about that. Getting the pass set up. Let's take a look at the tires. 97, 93. Definitely shows between the middle wear percentage as well as the temperatures. This thing definitely could be driven loose off the quarter for sure. You had no problems trying to get this thing to rotate this week, which is not always common. Lately, it seems to be a little bit more. Trying to think. I ran USA was the last one I showed you guys, and that was a little bit loose off too. So I don't know if they're building them differently. I don't mind it, honestly. Seems to be a little bit more fun to drive. It's a little bit easier. It's still very tough to pass in here with the way the lines work. It's pretty tough, but I definitely think the setups have been headed in a better direction. This week was maybe a bit out of control for people that were used to stomping on throttle, aka me. But when you can manage it, it's definitely made it more fun. See, we were like almost 2.5 tenths a lap off of the 1. He was just so quick. Not even funny how far off I was from him. So let's take a look at the deal with the 2. Not that it really was a deal. You know, it wasn't anything bad. Just want to see kind of how I set it up and what it looked like. So I believe this might be a couple of laps before. Just kind of watch come in, and he was getting loose. You can see he slid it out of turn 4. So kind of took that as an opportunity to try to get inside of him. He's really trying to keep it on the bottom lane of it to not get into him. So he was able to release out of the corner, out of 2, get a better run. Probably should have just backed up and reset, but he pushed really high into 3, so he took the opportunity at that point. Tried to stay low. He's going to try to defend the bottom. And you can see that shallow entry gets a little rotation, and it just pushes me up, and he's able to get to the inside there. So nothing I could do to defend against that. Just needed to have executed 1 and 2 a little bit better than what I did. So we go side by side, get into 1 and 2, and I just blew the entry badly, which allowed him to clear me. And it probably was the better thing. So, you know, and then I'm going to be an idiot and just drive it up the wall, I believe, this lap, I want to say. Let's see. No, not this lap. Next lap, maybe. Trying to just reset, follow him, you know, get close to that white line without hitting it and clipping the transition between the racing surface and the apron. Alright, so we'll just fast forward to when we got by him. Try to time it as best as I could, so let's see. I believe it's gonna be somewhere around here, I think. So climb back up, or crawl back up, climb, you know, cut the gap down, whatever you want to say. Get close back to him. Following behind him, just waiting for him to make a mistake. Gets a little loose there in turn 3. I try to time the run again. He's going to give me the bottom. And I tried to make a better run this time off of 2 to get to the inside. This was the exact same thing we did last time, completed the pass. And this time he screwed up. Let's go back and see how he messed up in 3 and 4. Because that's what gave me the ability to get by him. So he's running high, and he tries to cut down, and the car just goes into a bit of a 4-wheel slide. And he had to let off, regroup, gather it back up. So that's what allowed me to finally clear him. I mean, he drove the first one perfectly. I just did not set up that pass well. So Let me know if you guys have been able to run here, how you've kind of completed passes, what's your been go-to way to pass. Love to hear, I think maybe some of the techniques might be specific to just this line here, but I think some of them would definitely work in a lot of tracks, especially, I think I saw that these are going to Richmond next year, so this is kind of Richmond-shaped-ish. So let me know what you guys did, if you ran this and were able to complete a lot of passes, or even a couple. What worked for you, where you kind of look to set them up, and how to clear them pretty quickly. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Try to keep this momentum going. Seems like this week is starting to turn around a little bit. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.